Hey guys, Sophia here with Turquoise Toffee, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're talking about the 2023 IFBB Pro League Adela Garcia Pro Fitness results. This makes me so happy. Finally, some fitness and a show dedicated just to the fitness women. Love it. So exciting. And I still have two more recaps from last weekend coming your way. I'm a little bit behind because I was at the Toronto Pro Super Show. I competed, I had peak week, I traveled, and then I also saw the Pro Show. It was amazing. So make sure you stay tuned for that video, as well as my Miami International Fitness Expo video coming also. Okay, so in terms of Olympia, this is so exciting. The top three from last year's Olympia are already qualified, and the winner of this show will be qualified for Olympia. There's no points, there's no tiered system, it is just the winner. So here's our scorecard, and it's always interesting looking at the numbers more carefully with fitness because of the different rounds. So in first place was Darian, second Amber, third Arica, fourth Savannah, and fifth Ashley. And if you look a little bit more closely, you'll see that first, second, and third was pretty balanced all the way through, but there was just a little bit more closeness between fourth and fifth, particularly in that physique round. But at the end of the day, it was Darian's show. Very, very cool for her. Okay, so here's Ashley in fifth place. She looks fabulous. Her skin tone is beautiful. Gorgeous curves in her legs. I love the sweep of her quad. Nice full hamstring. She's got a good size to her glute, though I wish she was posing a little bit differently. If she could relax the shoulders a bit, it looks a bit shrugged, and then have the arm fall a little bit further behind the glute, just so that it's not blocking the glute. Now, it's possible that it's just the angle of the photographer, and in terms of the judges, she was perfect, but that's just what I see from this photo. She's got great abs and nice flat stomach. I do think she could have a little bit more conditioning to show off a bit more detail of the muscles, a few more lines, a bit more grooves and really visible, lines in the legs, but I still think she looks really fabulous, and this was a beautiful fifth place. And here's a look at her routine. Beautiful lipstick, great kind of a royal sapphire blue color. Looks fabulous with her hair. She's gorgeous. Okay, next in fourth place, Savannah. Wow, amazing hamstrings. That's the first thing I saw. This awesome amount of size, beautiful curve, and it matches so well to her quad. Like, her balance in her legs is beautiful. And then she has really nice lat spread too, and massive shoulders. So she's got some fabulous structure, really great curves. Again, with the hand, if it could just be a little bit further back just so we could see the glute a little bit better, but you can see she's got a fantastic shape. I do also think she could have a tiny bit more conditioning just to show off the detail in the muscle a bit more. If there could be a little bit more outline of the delt and the separation of the delt from the bicep and the tricep. A little bit deeper of a line here in the leg, that line that comes down and separates and outlines the quad. So just a little bit more detail to come through. But I think her obliques look really nice. That curve in her back looks just beautiful. She's got a tiny waist. Gorgeous. As far as her hair, I don't mind that nice coppery, beautiful red color, but I think she could have a little bit more volume just to have a bit more height and size up on her face. And here is a look at her routine. Her abs look amazing. Okay, next is Arica in third place. Beautiful amount of size. It's substantial. She's got a lot of muscle in her arms, in her shoulders, in her lats. Her legs look really full and beautiful. Also, great quad sweep, nice calves. I like that you can see the oblique, though I do wish that the waist was a little bit more trim, a little bit tinier. I think it would make the V-taper even more prominent. And I think from a glute angle, she could have a bit more size in the roundness on this part, kind of in this back, though I do think she has some great curves on the bottom part. Conditioning, again, I think it could be a little bit tighter just to show off a bit more of the lines in the legs. Although I do think her shoulders look amazing. She's got great detail coming through. So just to play with it a little bit more, fullness versus lines. But overall, she always looks really poised, great at posing, love the lipstick. Her suit color is gorgeous. It looks so good with her dark, beautiful black hair. So I think she's amazing. And there's a look at her routine. Very cool, creative. Okay, here's Amber in second place. Now, Amber nailed the conditioning. Definitely. You've got lines, you've got deep grooves, you've got a little bit of vascularity, you've got super flat, smooth stomach, six-pack abs. Her shoulders look fabulous. There's a little bit of striations. Her chest looks tight and just like her skin is so thin and easy to see all of the muscles. I think she looks unreal. Great shape coming through with her glutes. Nice definition and detail on the quads. I do think that she could have a little bit more size, particularly when you have her next to our first place and our third place winner. They're a little bit larger, but her proportions on her own frame are really beautiful, and I'm so impressed by her level of conditioning. It kind of smokes everybody else. In this pose, I feel like she could switch the arms, have this arm bent and this arm curved. That just seems to be what everybody else does. I think it allows you to see the curve of the back a little bit better. But I think she looks beautiful. She looks really put together, nice makeup, great. I love the way she's posing her leg and her foot. She looks fabulous. And there's a look at her routine. Such high energy. She looks like she's just floating in the air. I also loved her tan. Beautiful color. Her skin looks super rich. And now in first place, Darian. Wow, so good. She looks extremely muscular. Big, thick muscles in her upper body. Her lats are large. Her delts are big. She's got really good biceps and triceps, so the muscles in her arms are in a great balance with her shoulders. I think she's got a gorgeous curve to her glute and the hamstrings. Fabulous sweep to her quad. Even in the back leg, you really notice it. And she's got good conditioning, vascular, nice flat stomach, a bit of detail coming through on the legs. But I still think our number 2 winner kind of takes the prize for best conditioning. I think overall she looks really strong, really solid. Again, I would try to keep this hand from obstructing the glute, but I think we're more of where the photographer was standing versus the judges, since everyone seems to consistently have their hand covering the glute. I think overall she just looks amazing. I love that the suit is patterned so that your eye is drawn from the inside out. I think it really accentuates her width, and wow, she looks awesome. And there's a look at her routine. Love the flying hair. She looks so good. Great shoulders, awesome abs. And look at that detail coming in her leg. Amazing. Okay, so here's a photo of the physique round, our top 5. Absolutely beautiful, but it's clear that Darian and Arica have a lot more muscle on their frames. Their legs are a lot larger. Their shoulders, a V-taper. Definitely some more substantial muscle on those two. But I am noticing some pretty great things about our other competitors as well. I really noticed the delts on Savannah. I think her shoulders look really good. Of course, the conditioning on Amber is next level. So much detail coming through on her legs, her abs. And she's got a pretty darn good V-taper as well. I think she could just have a little bit more shoulder to round out the edges of it, and she'd be extremely impressive. And Ashley, I think she's got some great size in her legs, just a little bit more conditioning and maybe a little bit more size up top to balance out. But overall, everybody looks amazing. Darian, I'm really noticing the conditioning in her legs. Her quads are really popping. I think Arica has some great detail in her legs as well. It was really beautiful. This is a great top 5. And now from behind, here's where Darian really stands out. She's got so much mass in her back, Very full, very 3D, very V-tapered, so extremely wide, nice narrowing down by her waist, and then her glutes look awesome. Great shape, really nice tie-ins, very sharp, and a little bit of definition coming through in the adductors and the hamstrings. So she really nailed that shape, but also the detail. I think Arica beside her has some good shape, good size, but not quite as much of that detail coming through. Not quite as outlined in the glutes, not quite as outlined in the hamstring, in the tie-ins. Amber, I think, looks really impressive. I love her tan. I love the conditioning, as I've said a million times. Just like I said, a little bit more size to really make that V-taper very obvious and prominent, and she's going to be killer. But it's a fabulous top 5. And in terms of Olympia, Darian is now qualified. Okay, so there are a bunch more competition recaps coming your way. It's an extremely busy month, so make sure you subscribe. Give me a like if you like this video. Comment your thoughts below, and come find me. I'm at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.